What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Box Attack. I'm Dom, and allow me to welcome you to the 2019 Funko Pop Awards. And well, here we are going to award different pops in different categories that I've chosen, just picked out of the ones that I have and some of my favorites. And well, let me know if you agree or disagree with my choices in the comment section. And without any further delay, let's get started. So first up, we have Iron Man. And actually, we are talking about all of my favorite Marvel pops that have come out in 2019. And I picked 5 of them. I'm gonna try to go through these as quick as possible, but first one here in no particular order, we have Octo Spidey. And I just think this one is a super cool pop. I mean, I like that they started doing these kind of like, you know, offbeat Funko Pops like this, especially Octo Spidey. I mean, this thing is awesome. This was a Walgreens exclusive, and I'm a big fan of it. We also do have the New York Comic-Con Iron Man. He's got the nano gauntlet on, and this is, you know, from the, well, it's not really scene accurate, but it is from Endgame. And then we have another Iron Man here. This was the box lunch exclusive. Now, I like this one because I think it's the only Iron Man pop in this suit, like the full suit. Obviously, this guy has it over here, but I'm a big fan of this suit, and I think this is the only one that they have in this suit, so, you know, that's cool stuff. We also do have Stan Lee from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I just got the hot toy for this, actually. It's pretty awesome. Leave a thumbs up if you want to see that. But New York Comic Con, Stan Lee in the astronaut suit, pretty cool pop. And then we have a pretty recent addition is the Iron Man Model 39. This is a AAA anime exclusive. This is a glow-in-the-dark pop, and it is just super sweet. I'm a big fan of this. This is in my glow display, and I know I've been teasing that glow display for a while. I will make a video on it very, very soon. Leave a thumbs up for that. These 5 right here are my top picks for Marvel Pops released in 2019. If you have any suggestions or a better pick that I didn't include, let me know in the comments section. Next up, we're getting into glow-in-the-dark pops, and oh, well, this is empty, but this is the Kang and Kodos 2-pack, and I have them here actually out of box because these are in my glow display, and we're talking about the best glow-in-the-dark pops of 2019, and personally, I think that this one ranks very high on the list. These 2 pops are so freaking cool looking, and they just look great with their glow. But as I said, no particular order, but I guess if I'm gonna name a number 1, it's probably this 2-pack right here. Anyway, moving along, we have Ultraman. Now, this was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from Toy Tokyo. This glow-in-the-dark Ultraman is so rad. I mean, it's not like really hard to find or anything like that, but it has some really cool bright glow because it's like got this yellow glow to it. It looks very, very awesome. I love this Ultraman pop. But another new pop that came out, we have the All Might Weekend box lunch exclusive. This one glows in the dark as well, and I think that this mold is pretty cool because this isn't like one of those that is a variation of a common pop. I don't believe it is anyway. Let me look over. No, yeah, this is like all on its own right here because we do have the costume on there and it's glow in the dark. So it's not just like a rehash of like a common pop that they made glow in the dark. And I definitely do appreciate that. Box lunch exclusive. So these 3 right here are definitely my top picks for 2019 glow in the dark Funko Pops. But as I said, I can't get enough of this 2-pack right here. These things just look so rad, and they're so huge. Like, look at how big these are. They're awesome all around. Next up, we are talking about my favorite Chrome Funko Pops. Yes, you heard me correctly. I do have Chrome Pops that are my favorites of 2019, and I know a lot of people hate on Chrome Pops, but I personally like some of them. So, as a runner-up, we have the Blue Hulk from Endgame, and I like this pop because the chrome on these new Hulk pops, like the finish on them, they just look really, really cool. And by the way, I'll drop as many videos as I can for the things that I mentioned in here that I've put in videos. I'll put those in the description for you. But yeah, Chrome Hulk, this one is pretty dang rad. I just like the finish all around. But my favorite Chrome pop of 2019, it was an easy pick. Batman Beyond. Now, technically, I think this one is technically labeled as Chrome Metallic, but there's already a metallic Batman Beyond, and this one definitely has a chrome finish to it. And this came in the Batman Beyond Blu-ray set, and it just looks freaking awesome. Like, this is such a cool pop. I definitely love the black box. I love the chrome metallic finish. It's more chrome than anything though. I don't know why they say chrome metallic. I'm fine with it just being a chrome pop. This is definitely #1 chrome pop. I think these Hulks are cool, but I specifically like the finish on the blue one. And I don't know, let me know which one of these two is your favorite. Next up, we're talking about Batman Pops. And if you guys know me, I like Batman, I like Marvel. I'm just kind of in the superhero thing. But this PX Preview Batman Red Death is such a cool pop. I think that this definitely deserves an award somewhere. This Red Death pop is just amazing looking. I actually have one up there on the shelf too. I think that this one is a cool pop, but I think also, and we'll kind of add a subcategory here, one of the most underrated pops and underrated Batman pops is this guy. This is the Bombshells Batman, and I've always been a huge fan of this. I still see the collector's box that this is in sitting on shelves at Target. I think that this one though is super underrated, and it's such a cool Batman pop. Like, it's just such a kind of cool bombshell take on, obviously an iconic character. I think that this one is super, super cool. One of my favorite Batman pops. I think it's super underrated, if you ask me. But a Batman pop that isn't underrated and, well, is also an ad icon is Jeffrey as Batman. Now, this one came out pretty recently as well, and I think that it's just really awesome. We got Jeffrey as Iron Man. Now we have Jeffrey as Batman. I would love to see Jeffrey as the Flash. That would be really, really cool. But yeah, this technically isn't like a Batman pop in the sense that we have like heroes on, on these ones. This is an ad icon pop, but it is Batman, so it fits in as a Toys R Us Canada exclusive. And I think that this pop is so deserving of a spot in this little award thing. But since we're on the topic of ad icons, probably two of my favorite ad icons and two of my favorite flocked pops are these two right here. So we have the Coca-Cola Bear, flocked Coca-Cola Bear, and the flocked Energizer Bunny. I think that these two are probably two of the best ad icons that have come out this year, at least in my opinion anyway, just because it's nice to see Coca-Cola Bear and the Energizer Bunny. I mean, both of these are staples in my childhood. I mean, the Coca-Cola Bear and the Energizer Bunny commercials and stuff like that. So I think that, yeah, they're also the two best flock pops, but along with that, the two best ad icons that have come out, in my opinion anyway. I don't really collect ad icons, but there are some that just like are nostalgic to me that I really have to get my hands on. But yeah, I mean, definitely top picks here for me are going to be the Bombshells Batman and the flocked Coca-Cola Bear. Next up, we have two of my favorite metallic pops, and I use the little air quote things because technically they're not designated in like any system as a metallic pop, but the paint job is just super metallic and on fire. And one of them is actually a common. We have the Iron Spider from Endgame that came out pretty recently. So I actually have this pop on the shelf back here. I put some sunglasses on him to kind of Hollywood him up, if you know what I'm saying. But I mean, the metallic on this thing, it's super, super shiny, super vibrant, even though it's not technically a metallic pop or designated as one. But I just think that this one is super awesome. I mean, it's a common pop, but it's one of my favorite Spider-Man pops and one of my favorite, like, just pop releases in general this year. This mold is just absolute fire. Like, it is definitely a front runner in just pops of the year for me. But we also do have the Merciless Batman, which came out at Hot Topic just recently. And again, this is another one that's not technically a metallic pop, but the paint job on it would say otherwise. It's a very metallic-y paint job. I don't think that they ever, like, technically designated this as a metallic pop. But again, it's a super fire pop all around. I just did a video on this guy recently, so if you want to check that out, the link is in the description. But really, you can't go wrong with either of these. Next up, we are talking about Con Pops, my favorite Con Pops of 2019. I went to all 3 of the major cons this year, Emerald City Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, and New York Comic Con, and this is Mickey on the Matterhorn. Now this is limited to 1,500 pieces. It was from New York Comic Con. As you can see, the box is empty because this guy is usually up there because it's just too cool not to display. Mickey on the Matterhorn bobsled. Very, very cool pop. When I saw this, it was a must-have from New York Comic Con for sure. 1,500 pieces as well. And after that, they did like the Abominable Snowman on the Matterhorn bobsled. But Mickey, it's always a classic. I think that this one is very, very cool looking. It just, I don't know. It was definitely one of the more hyped pops, I think, at least for me, from any of the cons. But we do have other con pops here. So, well, starting out with Emerald City Comic Con, the Lime Green Sour Patch Kid. And a lot of people give the Sour Patch Kid flack. I don't know why. I think it's a cool pop. Of course, yeah, all the common versions of this are exactly the same with just a different color pretty much. But I still think it's cool. Like, I'm still a big fan of the Lime Sour Patch Kid. It made sense with Emerald City Comic Con, with green being the theme. A lot of people were also mad that, you know, if you wanted to collect all the commons of this, you can't. Now, what's interesting about this is it's one of the only few pops that I've seen this year that doesn't have a designation here. Now, sometimes it's under ad icons, like sometimes it says Pop Candy on different pictures that I've seen. But this guy just has no label. He just doesn't fit in anywhere. Like, none of the Sour Patch Kid pops do. And I feel like they would definitely be an ad icon because the Sour Patch Kids are 100% like the icons for the ads, right? So, I don't know, Lime Green Sour Patch Kid, not gonna spend too much time talking about him, but next up we have Louis Blue Raspberry, and this was from San Diego Comic Con, from the Otter Pops. And again, this is one of those kind of salty situations for some people where they released all the rest of these as commons, and then the blue one they decided to put at San Diego Comic Con and limit it to 1,000 pieces. This is an ad icon. It clearly displays that on the front, but I think that it's a cool pop. A lot of people didn't like the Otter Pop things. Again, Sour Patch Kids, Otter Pops, staples from my childhood, so they are automatically going to win an award from me anyway. Let's go ahead and put Mickey up there. Okay, now we're getting into, I guess these are technically con pops, but they were outside of the con. And the first one here, oh, you guys know I love Iron Man. Conan as Iron Man. And you can only get this from attending a Conan O'Brien taping or going to, they have some of these comedy shows where they would hand them out like afterwards during the evening. But this was a must-have for me. This was during San Diego Comic Con this year, and Conan as Iron Man, it's a cool pop. It's basically just a head swap with the other Iron Man pop that was exclusive to Box Lunch, but you know, that's fine. The other pop that I have that's in line with this one that I'm a big fan of is Conan as Pennywise. And I just like this because all the other Conan pops that they did there are just the same head on a different body. This one is actually painted, like he's actually got a painted face to look like Pennywise. And even the body's a little different because the version of this pop where he's holding a balloon that says I Heart Dairy is not the same balloon as this one. It's actually different. And finally, my top favorite con pop of 2019 is definitely Freddy Funko as the Genie. And this is the metallic version, and it's got some weight to it. Like, this thing definitely feels heavy. This is limited to 350 pieces, and it just looks super cool. I'm a big fan of the Genie pops, and I made a trade for this that was definitely worth it for me, and it is just so awesome. I do have Freddy Funko as Ant-Man over there too on the wall, but yeah, this one from Fun Days, definitely a win all around. Like, I feel like you can't go wrong. Now, here's the funny thing about this. It's a Fun Days pop, but it never actually made it to Fun Days. And I'm sure a lot of you know how the story goes with this, but This one, it was available for just through like Gemini and like a couple of eBay sales online. And then Funko did a mystery box where they were putting these in randomly. And some people actually that I know got one in the mystery box, but there are very few of them floating around apparently, like not any that I can really find an abundance of. There are some listings on eBay obviously, but this one is a harder to find pop because it never made it to Fun Days. And well, the only way you could get it is buying it for super expensive on eBay or getting it out of the Funko mystery box or making a trade for it. So I'm so happy. This is like one of the coolest grails that I've gotten this year in 2019. But I don't know. Yeah, let me know what you think about the whole metallic Genie debacle in the comments section. All right, so we are rounding things off. We're at the end. There are 2 more pops here that I'm gonna show you. And the first one is in the best custom pop category, at least for me. And that's gonna go to this guy right here, Dexter Morgan from Slice of Life Customs. And you get the jokes if you're familiar with the show Dexter, but this pop was custom made for me and I did a video on it a while back. It is really cool. The box art, everything is so perfect on it. It looks like it's a real pop, but it was custom made. And I'm a big fan of the show Dexter, and I picked this up. I will leave their link for Slice of Life Customs in the description for you if you want to pick one up for yourself. Definitely the best custom pop that I have in 2019. I did have one of myself, but I felt like that was a little biased if I included that as the best. But the last category we have, most unique pop. And I'm gonna say as far as paint job goes for this, that's going to be the Futura Boba Fett pop right here. Now I have the Darth Vader one that was a debut pop from New York Comic Con on the back there, but I think that the paint job here is just much more unique, in my opinion, than Darth Vader back there. And I think that this is really cool. Obviously, you can see it's a Target exclusive. I don't collect a lot of Star Wars pops. I think I have maybe 5 or something like that. This one was a must-have, as well as the Darth Vader one. There is an R2-D2 one coming out pretty soon here in the US. I think it's available for sale overseas right now, but I'm not sure if those have actually shipped or it's technically released. That one looks super cool though too. I think this whole series that they embarked on, we can just say are the most unique looking pops, just as far as the paint job goes. I mean, they may be rehashed molds, but I'm okay with that because they did something super artistic and cool with the paint jobs. But yeah, I mean, that about wraps up my personal 2019 first annual Funko Pop Awards. I just thought this was a fun idea to give you guys my opinions on some of the pops that I personally liked this year. I want to know yours though in the comments section below. This has been a pretty fun video to make because I got to like sift through my collection and find different things. And probably a lot of you are like, why didn't you include the pink chrome Batman? I mean, it's a cool pop, don't get me wrong. I love the Batman pops, but I don't think that it made my favorites for this year. So that being said, like I was saying before, I want to know your favorites in the comments section below. And big shout out to everybody part of the Box Attack Army over on Patreon. They get pops sent to them every month out of my personal collection. And also join up to the Box Attack Universe Facebook group. If you're not already, what are you doing? Just do it. Click the link and join the, yeah, you guys get it. Join the Facebook group. And if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, because then you'll be the first to be notified when new videos like this drop in the future. And leave the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It helps out the channel a lot. And I really do appreciate all of you out there. It means the world to me. It's been such a great year here, 2019, as far as, you know, collecting stuff with you guys and sharing our opinions. And I don't know, I thought this was a good way to close out the year. So I'm very blessed to have all of you join me in collecting all this plastic, because it makes us feel good. It unites us. You know, we can all kind of come together over plastic and just have fun conversations. And I really do truly appreciate every one of you out there that has made this possible for me to do, because it's just been an awesome ride. I started the channel just a little bit over a year ago, last November, and where we've come to at this point is astonishing, and it's all thanks to every one of you out there. So I hope that all of you have a very, very happy new year, and it just, I don't know, means the world to me, guys. I really do appreciate it. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, this has been Box Attack. I'm Dom, and we'll catch you later.